Hi, my name is Demetrius Thompson. I decided to record this. Um, this is a reference to my book, Rainforest Project. It's been out about 10 years. Haven't really advertised it. Didn't get a book deal. I self-published it, obviously. But I believe something can be done with it. And I'm going to present to you that it may not be the best book you'll read. I can guarantee it's not the worst. Um, Most people who read it said it was pretty good, and they wanted to know when two was coming out. So I believe it's maybe the grammar is not as best, but Rainforest Project. I built a website www.rainforest.bizupstarts.biz, and that's spelled BIZUPSTARTS .biz, rainforest.bizupstarts.biz, and I want to present to you that the book, although it's a lot of stuff in horror and suspense thriller that's been written, so much stuff. Where else do we go? That's the question. Where else do we go? Well, I believe if this is put on screen in my vision, it'll be totally different. And I'm gonna give you a brief description of this book. Can you imagine a rich tycoon, billionaire, millionaire, whatever, however much money he had? But he has a lot of money. He got his own businesses and everything. He wants to expand. He wants to build this big resort in Brazil, right on this little part of this little land in the Amazon, and it's strategically placed where this branch of this river where he can get out and he can get his boats in and out, and he has a resort, and then he wants to build some other little things here and there so he can just corner the shipping industry pretty much. But you know, he comes there, he surveys the land, and his survey crew and engineers realize, you know, they got to cut down this massive, you know, area of this forest. They got to cut down all this forest. Now the tribe, it's the indigenous tribe that lives there, and they haven't really been in contact with man, civilized man per se. They've been living in that forest undetected for who knows how long. They have a chief there, and they you know, they're dead serious. They are people, you know, that's their land. This rich guy doesn't care about that. He has no concerns about that. He wants to build this empire, and he's going to cut down these trees. So they go there and do the survey and everything. And the tribe already know. They already know. The chief, there's a ritual around this big tree. Some fire dance. It looked kind of spooky. It looked kind of like some type of occult stuff, you know. But I don't want to call the natives occultists. But it was crucial. They called upon the spirits of the forest. It brought the forest alive. The forest became alive. Everything that lived in it, the trees, the roof, it was a force to be reckoned with. And that first crew, I don't want to tell you, but they end up finding out that this forest did not see kindly that you guys, you know, surveying this ideal about you cutting us down. See, there's already been scientific proof that these plants, go look it up, these plants know when you're going to harm them, and they have a reaction. They hook plants up to these lie detector instruments, pretty much. Go on YouTube. These doctors, these scientists did this experiment with these plants and had these scientists harm these plants. And they knew this person when they came back in the room, and it made large, meters, and it spiked on the meter. These plants went in outrage. This murderer killed my friend. That is an experiment. Even when you thought about burning it, man, so I'm going to think about burning these plants, and they went crazy. So these plants, no, these plants are alive. These plants, in fact, breathe what we need, and we breathe what they need, vice versa. So there's no way you could dispute the fact that they might be conscious and living and understanding. And they are. And that's what the crew found out. But Richard got away, he got out, and he fled or whatever. But guess what? Richard was pumped up. Oh, that's the main character named Richard Dickinson. Richard Dickinson, yeah, he's the rich guy. He was pumped up. He wanted to basically, he was gonna do this project at no cost. He didn't even tell the people about what happened to the crew. He didn't even report it. He just brought a new crew, a whole construction crew. He brought the whole, he said, skip all the preliminary ordeal. Get started. Let's get the cutting. But one of his best friends who went missing in this went on this trip, because he had a little resort party and all before this during the survey. It was just like a presentation. He had to convince the investors and all. Once he convinced the investors, he had this presentation to the investors. He had a presentation. They had a ball in Brazil. Yeah, this sounds great. We're in. One of the investors was doing some drug things, and he wanted this to go anyway. He was in anyway, because this is a good excuse to bring all kind of stuff back undercover. So, but make a long story short, Richard brought the whole crew, but the Forrest they won back it down, and then he's being investigated by a private, not a private investigator, but a detective. The detective, got a missing complaint from the wife with his best friend, and then she like, man, he went to go, with Richard. I thought, and Richard like, no, he denied it. Oh man, it is now evil, it's brewing up. He is just allowing this whole thing, and you just don't know that sorcery that tribe chief did, that might have something to do with it. The more evil, the more wicked it gets. But it's protecting itself at the same time. So is it good or is it bad? I don't know. But they don't want to be cut down. The trees don't want to be cut down. Not to mention the tribe don't want it cut down either, because they live there, depend on those trees for their protection. I think they even the money, all the food, everything. Those trees is important. Where they gonna go? They gonna be civilized now? They are civilized. They say we are civilized in the forest. No, you gotta get out of the forest and be civilized in America or in Brazil or wherever. Civilized, go in the ghetto somewhere, go in the slums somewhere. Just get out of the forest, we're cutting it down. But the forest is not gonna allow it. And the more he tried, the more the crew is basically sacrificed. Richard's sacrificing his crew to the point where the detective looking for him, but they don't know. They gotta find a way out of this forest. And forget about the project. The project is not going on. We see the project is not going to go down. They're not going to be building nothing today. nor is this detective is gonna be worried about trying to. He don't know. He coming. He gets this spot. Looking for Richard. Don't know what's going on, and they're running for they're in survival. They live trying to get out of the forest because everything is after them. The animals want to kill them and eat them. The trees, shit just not going right. The forest is just wicked, and everything is bad news for those guys who want something to happen to who's part of this. If you're part of the crew, if you're part of the cutting down this forest, you're in trouble. And when you make it out of this forest, I don't know. You have to read the book, but I guarantee you make this a movie. Man, this would be a nice bed. It's another nice day. It's hard. So many things have been done, but not this try. You know, people want to hear about these. Any movie that with that try, you take Apocalypto. I think that Pocahontas story. You take what the one with the Spanish card Mel Gibson played, I forgot the name, but anyone with the tribe in it, it's gonna do good. And then you got a tribe down around looking and looking wicked. It's a movie that I believe, well, it's a book that can be adapted into a number one hit, next horror thriller suspense. But it's a part 2 and 3. Because this sorcerer that was brought alive, it got so wicked, so much blood spilled, and the forest absorbed all that evil and just spread it to all the forest, all out the world now.